Hello and namaste everyone. I, Achla Bhupendra, welcomes all of you on behalf of Sustainable Future Foundation team on our today's event on the topic called Necessity of Nutrition for Children to Have Better Education. Sustainable Future Foundation, also known as SFF, has been initiated with the idea of promoting sustainability in life to save our future. When we talk about sustainability, it is not limited to tree plantation or cleanliness drive or some environment related activity only. It involves all aspects of human life, sustainability everywhere, not only build a natural environment around us, but our professional and personal life in villages and cities as well. More precise to say, doing best utilization of available resources instead of abusing powers and exploiting nature for greed for more. Currently, SFF is organizing a series of webinars in multiple languages to keep everyone connected and engaged. Once pandemic-related restriction lift, SFF will organize physical conferences, seminars, training sessions, workshops, and other ongoing activities. SFF will also educate corporate and other organizations about global sustainability requirements, international and local reporting standards, compliance reports, and other related activity as well. Till then, we are organizing a series of online sessions involving academicians, students, writers, poets, storytellers, field experts, and common public to connect them to sustainability. As we know that Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, also known as Global Goals, were adopted by United Nations in 2015 as a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that by 2030, all people enjoy peace and prosperity. Let's start today's event with a small questions. Can we be happy if we are hungry, or maybe can we do a lots of work and study and perform well without eating food properly? I'm sure the answer is no. But why? What is the relation between nutrition and education? Why they both are important and how they are interrelated to each other? Let's talk a little bit about. As we know that Sustainable Development Goal 3 and 4 cover good health and well-being and quality education. Let's know more about this from our guest speaker, Ms. Nada. Let me tell a little bit about Ms. Nada before she starts her presentation. Ms. Nada is from Sinj, Split, Dalmatia country, Croatia. I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing a little bit wrong. Apologize from my side. She has a master's degree in economics and in mechanical engineering. She worked as a professor mentor in VET school as an assistant professor on faculty of economics, business and tourism Split. She is an active educator and trainer for teachers at the Center of Split, Dalmatia Country Excellence. She is founder and coordinator of many national and international projects, EU projects, STEM projects, Erasmus Plus project, e-twinning projects, working in specialized field, statistics, ecology, SDG, STEM, entrepreneurship, innovation, technology, and active participant. In Croatia, she is a member of Croatian Society for Operation Research, known as HDOI, an association of accountant and financial professions Split. She is very active member in international education organization and NGO working for education improvement. She is a country coordinator for Global Worldwide Green Project and participated in many other projects. She writes and published articles about good practice from class for every school webpage, school publishing houses, education, newspapers, magazines, medias, etc. She has won many diplomas, certificate, medals, and recognition for her national and international achievements. In the academic year 2018-19, she received university recognition for academic book. She has received many international awards for excellent work in the field of education, namely International Women Award 2021, Global Edu Conclave Award 2021. She received International Award for excellent work from the Education Association for Education and Assistance to Children with Special Needs and Gifted Students. So, today we are going to discuss and learn more about her opinion on our today's topic, necessity of nutrition for children to have a better education. Hello, Ms. Nada.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, dear.
Thank you, Altita, very much. It's my honor to be today here in your foundation guest speaker. So I will repeat once again. I'm Nada Ratković from Sinj, Croatia, and I'm a professor mentor, assistant professor, educator, trainer, and researcher. Today, my topic is necessity of nutrition for children to have better education. What
Yes.
it means, like you said at the beginning, can anybody learn anything if he is hungry? So today I will make a short presentation about this topic.
Sure. I request my technical team to please share the
Uh,
presentation.
would I start?
Can you see the
Okay.
presentation? Yes. Yeah.
Uh, why is nutrition important, and what are the case for educational success? I would like to start with the World Food Program, VFP, and that is a mission to ensure that all school age children have access to school meals and are healthy and ready to learn. It is a program, and from the strategy of World Food Program, it must have 6 decades of experience for supporting all the schools. We mean in development country and in undevelopment country, and there are more initiatives in more than 100 countries abroad the world, and they must set the sustainable national schools feeding program. We know that in the world there are 73 millions vulnerable making in primary school, that children need school meals. Also, due to the situation by COVID-19, we all know that education is changing rapidly, and that education will never be the same like before. Yes, uh, many children are not going to school now. They are at home they are blending learning, but the data says that 370 million children are missing school meals due to COVID-19 because the schools are closed. And what is about the revenue? What is about the economy in the world? We all know that if we don't work, there is no incomes. So, who will return the money? Who will return the losing investments? What about the school programs? School programs play a big scale role in helping children. How are school helping our children? They are helping to realize their potential, themselves, the communities. There are big impact now on the community, and children are involved in many projects. Why are they involved? And that are not only national, that are international projects. Why? Because they are communicating, collaborating, uh, they are sharing knowledge with students from other sites and other countries. And only on that way we can see if our children are involved in many activities. We can see how are they thinking, what pedagogical method will we like teachers use, and researching, collaboration. flipped classroom, also used many elements of game play learning. Realizing the potential of our children, I said that it is necessary for the community. If we invest in, I always said the biggest investigation is human capital, is investing in knowledge, in education, and children must invest in education, so they can be only on that way productive, and their countries can develop. The right of every student is to have access to safe and nutritious food. That is his right. Right to have adequate breakfast, dinner, supper, and fundamental right is for everyone is to be free from hunger. Why are we talking about sustainable development goals? Because 17 sustainable development goals are in correlation. Everyone has impact on another. So we can talk about zero hungry and don't mention education, or well-being, or growing our economy. Every SDG is in correlation. Today, millions of children around the world go to school with empty stomach. Uh, they don't have food. They are hungry. And what are the effects of that situation? They can't learn. If you are hungry, you can't learn. We here must mention gender equality. Are the boys and girls equal? In many research is said that there are also millions of children, and especially girls, who don't go to school. Why girls don't go to school? Because they don't go because their family needs them to help in the house, housekeeping works, in the fields, and other duties. That is not fair. Also, at conflict affected countries, uh, or in stable countries, two to three times that is the case of girls. I'm coming from Croatia. Croatia is a country joined to European Union. I can say that Croatia is developed country. But when we talk about this topic, meals and healthy food in school, we don't have that in every school yet. But uh, what we do, or what I do with my students, every year, twice, we are sending, or we are volunteering and making humanic actions, especially to students in Africa. We have our priests in many missions, and we take care about every year. We take care about few child. So that is something what makes me and my students happy. We know that we help somebody. So I will tell again. The right of everyone student is to have access to safe, nutritious food, also consisting with the right to adequate food and the fundamental right of everyone to be free from hunger. What means food and nutrition education? Is that only healthy diets? Here I make a little distinction between ecological education. What means ecological education? Today, always is talking about media literacy, digital literacy, and making many skills, knowledges, and competencies. When we talk about ecological education, I mean on eco literacy, and in correlation with eco literacy are whole 17 SDGs, and here we can compare food, sustainability to living, and system changes. Why system changes? Because every day we are witnesses how many things are changing by climate action, by this economic situation, and that is why I said system changes. Nutrition education is not just learning about food and nutrient. It is learning how to do or how to act to improve nutrition. What are the key points? The key points are that nutrition education help us to build the capacity for people. What it mean? If we don't do it for people, people will be hungry. They couldn't feed themselves, but the key point is that everybody must feed herself and his family well. Also, get the right to have foods and the right to make prices, uh, prepare healthy foods. We know that today we are talking about healthy food and eco foods. Do we all have a chance to buy eco food? Because it is more expensive than other food. We must recognize the choices of poor food and resist them. Also, for us teachers, professors, the important thing is to teach our children and others about healthy eating. Are we today health eating healthy? Did we today have a health dinner, breakfast? I'm not sure that many people do it today. Nutrition is also a maker and a marker of development. What it means? It means that it improved nutrition uh, like a platform, uh, that we progress our health, education, employment, and today especially to empower the woman. Uh, because I said before that the role of women must be today more on biggest level, and women must be recognized in their work. Also, countries must develop policies and programs. Programs for what? To increase public awareness of the importance of eating well. We all must eat well. Faster food environments that enable healthy food choices and build the capacity of individuals, institutions. What it means? It means that we must adopt food and nutrition practices that are promoting good health. We also know that we have SDG, which is promoting good health and well-being. What tell yes about food and nutrition education? It consists many variety of educational strategies. So no one is the same, and it is not on the same level. It is on the different levels. It must help people. How help people? It must help people to achieve improvements. And when we say improvements, it means long-lasting improvements in their diets and eating behaviors. Here, I'm an example, like me. I say every day, Nada, you will not eat that. But do I really do the things that I said to myself? Do I really care about the food I'm eating? And also, do I really care about my health? If I'm not doing that, how can I teach children? How can I give some advices in my school to my school principal or at faculty if I don't do that? What activities must be here for that educational strategies? We must promote lifelong healthy eating habits. So we first must promote that. Then we must go in the classroom and involve school, family, and the whole community. That is why I said why students must be involved in projects. Because if they are in projects, they will do many activities and they will be visible. They will be visible for the whole community. If we said the project is living sustainability, if we don't make it and show it, as I said, disseminated that project in our school, to our family, or to our community, there will be not successful, and nobody will learn nothing, and nobody will see that. Also, establishing school learning gardens, that is great. In my school, I have an eco group. What my eco group is doing? We are making many actions. We are decorating, we are gardening, we are foresting every week. We are cleaning our park, our town. So that are some activities that you must involve your students. And we have in my school, we have school meals that are not meals like lunch, but we have fruits, some fruits, milks, and because Sinj is a little town and have a big surroundings, and many students are coming from the villages, and they are coming sometimes early, 2 hours before the class started, and they are hungry. They come in school hungry. So we must give them a school a meal, because how can he be in school till 6, 7, 8 hours? Also, we must develop national guidelines for better diets and nutrition. Uh, we If we are not sure about that, we must try we must ask from the nutrition specialist how to do it, and then we can create a environment and make support for what we want, nutrition and healthful food choices. uh, we have also problems. We are talking about nutrition. The big problem is malnutrition is a global problem. What it means? It means unhealthy diets. Many unhealthy diets. Diet where you are eating only meat. Diet when you are eating only once. That are not good diets. And also we have data about malnutrition. About 2 billion adults are overweight or obese. 2 billion also has a micronutrient deficiency. 161 million children under the age 5 are short for their age. So they are too short. We have problem with overweight, with shorts, and uh, 795 million people do not get food what they need to live a healthy life. These numbers are very very uh, are very for the they are important for our politicians, for our leaders to make some they must solve that problem and gave us the conclusion, the summary how to do that. Empowering people to take change in their health and diet. Also, we must build uh, people's desires from all of us to be healthy, to know more about diets, and to eat good food. We must understand people's needs and what influence are giving their diets. We must care about realistic educational activities. Aiming at small where people perceive what to do. Engage all people, schools, families, community who can help and make dietary changes like doctors, nutritionists, include all sectors. So in all fields we must include and bring decision makers here to implement policies. I think that must be the first thing, and promote healthy diets. That is only way to make some choice. Diets and eating behaviors are influenced by many factors. What are the factors that the behaviors are influenced? We have individual, family groups, community, and national. What are national behaviors? National behaviors are healthcare system, food assistance programs, food industry, food and agriculture systems, policy, political and social structures, media. Media is a big problem, social medias, and cultural norms. That is from the national level. If we look on the individual level, we can say that there are beliefs, attitudes, perceptions, knowledge, skills, empowerment from our family or from a group who is close to us. We have networks, social support, and many other influence. So we can say that food and nutrition education works at all of this level. I didn't mention nothing about community. For community, there must be rules, informal structures, uh, community organizations. Also, there are shops, restaurants, neighborhoods, and others. What are the results of successful food and nutrition education initiatives? We have results for many stakeholders like consumers, families, governments, parents, people, schools, food producers, policymakers, and communities. Uh, for policymakers, they must understand the need to regulate harmful food, which is advertising to our children. For schools, schools must know how to provide healthier meals and snacks. Healthier meals and snacks for their students. Parents, everything is coming from home, and if the parents don't give the knowledge and skills, how can children start a good life? Consumers, uh, at consumers, we have many misinformations and they make to us for food choosing, and also they make us to understand the dietary needs. Governments work to integrate food, nutrition, education in national policy. Before today's speech, I was a little researching about governments in India, and I see that really the program in India is rapidly grow, and that this topic is one on the from big national priority. What about people? People enjoy cooking and eating healthier foods. Yes, I every day I also think what to cook, and is that what I want to cook really health for eating. When we look at the side like a scientific or what science said about this, there is a hierarchy of the evidence, and also from thermodynamics there is we can say that there must be energy balance. What means energy balance? It means that energy can be created or destroyed, only transferred from one state to another. How can we explain that energy balance? First, when you take in more energy, you take more calories. Then you burn, you gain your weight. That is first. The second is when you take in less energy than you burn, you lose weight. Third, when you take in the same energy as you burn, you maintain. So everybody of us, and also in school, by school meals, this must be a rule. You must take the same energy as you burn, and then maintain that energy. That is the energy balance. There are many factors that influence energy in, and many factors that influence energy out. What means influence energy in? That is appetite, food, what you consume, absorbing your calories, and psychological factors. Uh, I think that psychological factors must be first, because when we start thinking about food, uh, I will always know that when I think about food, I am hungry. And that is one maybe, and for all children, the first they always want to eat chocolate, to drink many sugar drinks, and also because many of that comes from the brain. And I think that students must in school they must have school meals, but they must have every day, and uh, every day they must do exercises, and then they will not think about that unhealthy food. What are factors that influence energy out? Energy burned at rest, energy burned through exercise. What I mean exercise, burning through exercise. Then, by non-exercise activity, we have also non-exercise activity, and by metabolizing food. What is metabolizing food? That we call that food light food. And we have five universal principles for good nutrition. That is something that must be a rule in our school. So, first principle is weight loss and weight gain come down to 1K equation. Second is Protein is the most important macronutrient to get right. Our food must have protein. What I said that is principle, but first reason is it helps you eat less. Proteins helps you to eat less without feeling so hungry. The reason two is protein makes it easier to build and maintain your muscle. Today, all boys want to have muscle. Why? Because girls like their look with muscle. But proteins also must be used under. They must be under control. Principle three is as food processing increases, nutrient density decreases. Principle 4, fruit and vegetables reduce disease risk. We must eat more fruit and vegetables because it helps us to lose weight too. Principle 5, sleep effects. We must sleep. Sleep affects what you eat as well as your overall health. Is it good to eat before sleep? Or is it when is the best time for eating? Uh, for school meals, we must have school meals for all. We must adopt all school meals for all and provide necessary training. We must have necessary training. First, principals, teachers, whole must go through that trainings for school nutrition professionals, and then we can serve more freshly prepared and locally grown food. If I don't know enough about school nutrition, uh, how can I get some suggestions? Also, schools play a critical role in children's health. We are the main persons who must teach them. Policy, as I said, also must learn the whole communities about food, what to eat, and this must be supported by school meals to all. So school children and adolescents need a good diet in order to grow, develop, and be protected from disease and have many energy. Uh, that will school programs will help us and the policy, and then we can achieve the children's human rights to food, education, and health. What are the interventions? Healthy school meals and food and nutrition education. Pupils, students can improve their diets, develop healthier food practices, and extend it to their family. What are beneficial nutrients? Is that fast food burger with fries, or we will eat eat a meat medium baked with some vegetables. If we look at that, I'm happy because in the world are going many changes and many positive changes, and our students really are knowing that it is better to not eat fast food for their health. Eat more. Eat more. What eat more? Proteins, carbs, or fats. Eat some. Maybe eat some protein, carbs, and fats. Eat less. So there, I have some maps too here to see what and what eat from vegetables. Or maybe you can create your own spectrum. Today there are many doctors, specialists, nutritionists who can make you your own spectrum. How many proteins, carbs, fats, veggies you must put in your uh, organism. Is it green foods? Is yellow? So today it is sorted by color: green food, yellow food, red food. What will be red food? It will be red meat. Yellow food like banana, lemon, green food, and so that is also good for the health and the diets. I make a main meal like cheese and crackers, pasta salad, ham and cheese sandwich. Uh, so I think that in school the meals must be different every day and another meal. About fruits, veggies, sides, snacks, and drinks. What is good to drink? Water. We know that it is water. Also, juice, milk. What kind of milk? Is it single milk or strawberry or chocolate milk? Uh, the meals must be made comparing to the food. So if you eat today, if you have for meal orange, you will not drink 100% orange juice. So that very important is are the how is the food combining ones to other. So better health and nutrition allows our children to learn and perform better educational opportunities. School feedings and health programs must empower and girls and boys. Also, they must act for families to enroll their children in school. School meals today represent 10% of the income of poor and vulnerable households and have a significant saving for families with more than one child. What is with the families who have many children? They can't their children can't get for the school meal every day. Maybe never can get that. So our policy and our schools must improve it for all the childrens. Areas of work are if we have acute malnutrition. I mentioned that malnutrition is one extreme of life and death. We know that today the percent of died people are extremely large, and also that the natality isn't very good. In my Croatia, there are examples that there are many families without children. Undernutrition continues to affect we have more than 150 million children worldwide that they are overweight, and that is also a problem. Uh, Not only acute, we have chronic malnutrition. And what about vitamins and minerals? Do we must take vitamins and minerals every day? Today, many people are affected by the deficiencies of essential vitamins. Uh, like example, my mother every day wants to use a Cosmide vitamin because she thinks that it is for her the best, the best medical. But we must be very careful with vitamins and minerals. Uh, what World Food Program suggests? They suggest micronutrient deficiencies with strategies uh, which can be added like home cooked meals. Now home cooked meals, staple foods, nutrition and education that must promote the diet diversity. So, nutrition is essential for the success of all SDGs. Optimal nutrition is essential to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals and the impact of nutrition security. If we talk about goal 2 is addressed to hunger. A multi-sectoral nutrition approach it for the success. Today we have the agenda 2030 is food and agriculture. It is on the global level, global objective that must be succeeded for the Millennium Development Goals. From ending poverty and hunger to responding to the climate change and sustaining our natural resources, food and agriculture by 2030. Uh, Poverty education, health education, food security, and nutrition continuum are the main pillars of sustainable development. Schools must make it sizable, must determine their development, make the programs for the future benefits. Because the need is to understand the situation of school meal programs. Also, that requires for the active involvement of all sectors and stakeholders relevant to school meals. Everybody must be involved in this program. What about the portion size? Most of fruit, vegetables, some advices are somebody said minimal sizes. For fruit, it is from 100 to 150 grams. Also, emphasis is on vegetable, using fresh vegetable, must have a portion every day. Then red meat is limited to 1 to 3 times per week. Uh, on that we must take care. And when we talk about SDG, we can say that nutrition is at the heart. Every every billion invested gives 16 billions return. That is a theory. Znači, at the heart, every billion invested, and then not nutri, Sean, of the SDGs gives 16 billions return. That is a meta-analysis of 45 studies, and a standard meal must have 101 calories per day. In schools programs, it is gained that average is 54. The average is 54 per year. Also, other study is conducted and show that energy, nutrient, and micronutrient are most significantly higher and more adequate at the children's in a school meals program. It means that it is 10% lower. Height, weight, and health of children is a particular the impact of related causes. The best 12 studies of school meal fortification are found that the taking care about the food reduce, we can say reduce anemia and another sickness from our child. Here I would like to give one example. I research a lot about many countries in Europe, in Asia, in America, But today we are in India, and I would like to give an example of International Internship University, IIU. I am from Croatia, a country director. I'm also a core SDG member in IIU and in administrative team. Uh, Now, IIU is he is providing various courses across the 195 countries, and they also are structured on SDG goals. So here is going a program, Public Health Nutrition, and they are trying to inspire, invite young minds with sustainable goals and many courses. Now they are doing a big project, Srednja, and for 2 days it will be a convocation in New Delhi, and there will be presented all of these courses. Why am I giving this for example? Because the co-founder of IIU is a humanic person, and he is taking care about 12 schools in India, and he improves them everyday school meals. And what I want to say is, if there are many people like them, because who will help if entrepreneurs don't help this? There must come a help for these children. That these children must live and must be educated. There's no life with education. So I use this for an example because Mr. Piyush Pandit is really doing the better for the children's, for education, and I think that that must be more people who will help our children. How school meals contribute to the SDG? There are many multiply benefits, many overview, many targets. If we talk about SDG, I started my presentation by this. School meals can contribute directly to SDG 2, SDG 3, SDG 4, SDG 5, and indirectly to SDG 1, SDG 8, and SDG 10. Every section starts with a short explanation and a link between meals and SDG. The papers are selected by no means exhaustive. What it means? It is a broad geographical, non-development, development, and it is clear link between SDG and also. What are the basic facts about school meals worldwide? Every country in the world has some form of school meals program in place. Nearly every country. They must be common social safety net in the world. In India, the midday meal scheme, today I was watching the midday meal scheme in India, is the largest school meals program in the world. And it feeds 105 million children every day. That is really, really great. The midday meal feeds 105 million children every day. And what that is a big investment. It is about 75 billion American dollars per year. If we talk about food, we must understand food and climate change and the perspective. There are link between food systems and our changing climate. Also, the system is approaching to help and illuminate how it is linked and how it can be understood better when we view it in larger context. So, exploring the links between food systems and our changing climate form is having a great perspective. Contributing to zero hunger. What about zero hunger? Zero hunger leads to enhanced nutrition and health, decreased morbidity, and decreased learning capacity. Uh, Zero hunger is addressed to macro and micronutrient deficiencies. And hunger achieve food security and improved nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. That is the motto. Zero challenges uh, call for 100% access to adequate food all year round. Zero loss or waste or food. Also, zero hunger is empowering small farmers, promoting gender equality, ending rural poverty, ensuring health lifestyles, tackling climate changes. That is what I said before. We are now watching only one SDG called zero hunger, but he is correlated with other all other SDG goals. What are the relevant targets? End hunger, ensure access by all people, and all forms of malnutrition. Double the agriculture productivity. We must have more villages uh, because at that place we can do more activities agriculture and ensure sustainable food production systems. For primary school children and adolescents, we must address that deficiency, take care about nutrition on their health, and that leads to decreased morbidity and decreased learning capacity. Unhealthy diets are closely linked also uh, to agriculture systems worldwide, and it must be more productive and less wasteful. That is zero hunger. Then we must ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at the ages. Good health and well-being. Today, poor health constitutes suffers and deprivation of most fundamental kind. That must be solved. So, end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. Let school meals programs, I came back on them, are sometimes combined with what we can combine them. They must include take-home rations. Also, many studies are showing a significantly higher weight for age that you can control some groups. And the gain is higher than everybody is expected from transferring the monetary value of the household. Uh, what is about education? SDG 4. Contribution to education. When a school meals program is a part, a package of investments in education, it can help maximize the return of the investments. What it means, we said it before, increase enrollment, the attendance rates, and for me, more important, health and cognitive development of children. Health and cognitive development of children. So every children and every girl and boy must have must we must ensure them equitable and quality primary education and equity and quality food in his life. The school participation, the school and positive impact in schools is learning, and that we can see from many scores that we can check it by cognitive, language, and mathematical tests. And a school meal during the school year must be attended 4 to 7 days more than children do receive that school meal. Contribution to gender equality. As I mentioned it before, girls struggle more than boys for access to education. 1 in every 10 girls in the world is out of school, while with boys this figure is only 12. That are data by UNESCO. Women and girls are also more exposed to hunger and malnutrition than boys, and there is 60% represented of that people in the world. What are here relevant targets? I will mention 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4. Maybe this eliminate all harmful practices such as child, early and forced sorry, and discrimination against everywhere. When girls are out of school, they are more vulnerable and they are forced marriage, early pregnancy, violence, and even human trafficking. The effects of school meals programs on girls' school enrollment also have, and they must be designed like special program. Uh, 12% greater than than the change in the boys' enrollment. That's the girls' enrollment. The effects of school meals programs also has that the transition had a significant positive impact on the daily participation rates of children in the lower grades. And monthly, the average attendance rate of girls in grade is more than 12% higher again and have a small but positive effect on grade on boys' attendance rate. Higher levels of education are correlated with lower levels of child mortality. We know that the numbers are very high. Around 50% of the saved lives can be here with education of their mothers. If mother don't go to school, it means that the girl also will not go to school. Over 60% of child in developing countries have no formal education. That is not good also. In Africa and South and West Asia had secondary education, child marriage would fall by 64% from 3 million to just over 1 million. That is the aim also of the agenda and of UNESCO. Here is in these programs, we must help to reduce poverty, no poverty, and reduce the half proportion of men, women, and children of all ages living in poverty. I will not mention all the targets. The contribution to the economy, decent work and economic growth. Promote development-oriented policies that support productive activities, decent job, entrepreneurship, creativity, innovation, and encourage growth of micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. Why is this important? This is important because if we have this kind of enterprises, entrepreneurship, it will be normal that the food will be produced more. Also, in the laboratories, there will be more researches you can do to improve our food, and it will have a big impact on our health and also on our economy. Sustainability can reduce the proportion of youth in employment, education, or training. What is the plan? The plan is the use of 2025. Uh, we know that in many countries the children are used like a labor force, and they are working from 7 years, 8 years, because it is the law of existing. That is not human for our our children. Reduced inequalities. That is SDG 10. When we empower the promotion of social, economic, and political inclusion, it means on age, sex, race, origin, religion. It can help to reduce inequality. Also, adopt economic policies, especially fiscal policy, wage and social policies, to be progressively achiever, and it will greater the equality. What is my conclusion today? I will repeat the progress of food security and nutrition. Number one, food security. Number two, food availability. Three, domestic food production. Four, food imports. Five, access to food. Six, nutrition. There is no one size fits all model of nutrition standards for school meals, given that different countries, developing or non-developing countries, and programs have different objectives, target groups, and possibilities. Internationally recommended nutrient-based standards may not be suitable in all contexts. So, as the world population continues to grow, much more effort and innovation will be urgently needed in order to sustainably increase agriculture production, improve the global supply chain, decrease food losses and waste, ensure that all who are suffering from hunger and malnutrition have access to nutritious food. And many in the international communities believe that it is possible to eradicate hunger within the next generation, and are working together to achieve this goal. Thank you. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Nada. That was really a great and a detailed presentation. and you have covered a lot within a short span. And I have seen like it was totally really detailed presentation. It's almost I think 63 slides, and you covered each and every slide with such a detailed manner that even the lay person can understand what exactly it means. And thanks for your time also. And I have prepared a small list of questions, but you have already covered everything
I
here.
think that I answer on all questions.
Yeah, so I'll just read a question, and if I miss, I'll ask. The questions which I prepared was, as we know that SDG and SG4 goals work on covering good health and well-being and quality education. What do you think? How much impact at community level? You already covered this. And then how good diet and nutrition impact a children's learning ability? You actually covered it with proper that diagram, I remember. And what are your remarks into nutrition level of student of developed and developing countries? That also you covered. Many countries like India have midday meal scheme where they provide free food to the student in the school. What do you think? And I really like that you mentioned properly, because I'm from India. So I really appreciate that when you mentioned that in India there are so many good things, and the people, I remember you mentioned
Yes.
about Piyush Panditji, and that's really nice of you. Then what is the correlation between a good diet and a student academic performance? You already covered this also. And how can we prevent nutritional problems during adolescence? That actually you covered. Do you have anything else remark apart from these? Any other remark? As I've already mentioned all the question, and I think you
I think that me and you covered this topic excellent and very well, and
yeah,
we didn't talk about nothing, but we have the same vision.
yeah,
Okay,
true.
true.
And I have learned a lot from you today. So further going ahead, I just want to thank you for your time and sharing a presentation, having a conversation with us on the topic of necessity of nutrition for children to have a better education. I just need to ask my technical team that if they have a small token of gift, a virtual gift from our side, or maybe by the time they share, is it just a small token of virtual gift that if
Thank
we were
you.
in a
Thank
physical
you.
place, I would definitely give you a bouquet or some other gift from our side from India. But for now, please accept this from our organization.
Thank you, Mrs. Esha. It's really my honor to be here today, and I am gratitude to you and to your husband, to your foundation, and thank you very much. And this gift is beautiful.
Thank you, dear. Before proceeding for vote of thanks, okay, I would also like to thanks our director, Shri Bhupendra Kumarji, my husband, and for guiding and supporting always. I cannot forget to say special thanks to our technical team, our creative team who manage several aspects of this team. Last but not least, I would also like to thank beautiful and energetic audience. Without you, it's not possible at all. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nada. Stay in, stay safe.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
dear.
Stay healthy, safe. Bye. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.